Earlier this month, on August 9th, we asked the Department of Justice Public Affairs Office, what's up? Where are the results of that civil rights investigation you say you're doing? This was their response. The Justice Department Public Affairs Specialist, Adam Sear, emailed us back writing, quote, "Thank you for reaching out to the Justice Department. The investigation ongoing. We have no further comment," end quote. Well, that's obviously not an answer. So today, once again, we followed up with the Justice Department for another update. They replied, quote, "This investigation is ongoing, so no comment at this time," end quote. I read this simply as they do not care. And they're not the only one. Fulton County DA asked judges to send people to this jail, and they know about this jail. It's an unconstitutional jail. Chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan joins me. Good evening, sir. And I don't care who you are, which side of the aisle you are, probably. How can we let people sit in this jail where inmates will die and they find maggots in their bodies because they've been so ignored?
Yeah, it's deplorable, and yet, this is the Justice Department that says if you're a mom and dad going to a school board meeting, you need to be investigated. If you're a pro-life Catholic, they view you, according to the Richmond Field Office of the FBI, they view you as an extremist. This is the Justice Department that is, retaliated against whistleblowers that came to us, but they can't give you a straight answer. They can't give us a straight answer. They can't give the country a straight answer about these deplorable conditions in Fulton County, Georgia, where Fani Willis and Nathan Wade are going after President Trump. Maybe this just underscores how screwed up their priorities are and how bad that operation is down there in Georgia.
Well, the case that's so offensive, and when you look at any of these pictures, you don't need an investigation. Any idiot can look at the pictures and know there are constitutional violations. When you look at, how the toilet's coming off the side of it and how filthy it is, you don't need a, quote, investigation. But the thing that, the man whose body was found with maggots in it, he was there for battery. And battery carries a maximum sentence of a year in jail, which you're going to get probation the first time. He got the death penalty. He died in that jail. You can't even get the death penalty for battery, but he got it.
No, it's so sad, and yet again, you got these kind of conditions which no one seems to care about, no one seems to take notice of, and the Justice Department won't give us an answer about how their investigation is proceeding. And yet this is Fani Willis, Nathan Wade. This is the investigation where her and Fani Willis and Nathan Wade are running all over the country. She's using taxpayer dollars, it looks like, to send him to D.C. to get information on President Trump. It just shows how screwed up everything is there. And frankly, with this Justice Department, remember, this is the same Justice Department that wouldn't let David Weiss answer our questions about Hunter Biden. This is the same Justice Department that wouldn't let us interview Mr. Daley, Mr. Morgan, who worked on the Hunter Biden investigation. And this is the same Justice Department who said, we're working with the White House. We're not going to let you get access to the audio tape that Robert Hur has of Joe Biden, when Joe Biden knowingly disclosed classified information. And he did so because he was writing a book for which he got paid $8 million in advance. So this is the Justice Department. This is, again, underscoring why in 77 days it's important that the Biden-Harris administration loses and President Trump wins.
Well, the Fulton County, when the Fulton County DA and the assistant DA stand in court and they say to the judge, we ask for a bond on this person's head, they know exactly where they're sentencing, where they're sending that person to be held. They know exactly. It's no secret. We know all the way up and down the East Coast. We know it in the New York Times front page. And the Attorney General of the United States, shame on him, because he knows it too. This is his job, not to do the big, fancy, sexy cases, but the little people too. And all he has to do is look at those pictures. He could close down that place. He could go to court and close it down.
Remember, this is also great point. All exactly right. But this is also the same Justice Department that says if you're a pro-lifer and you're showing up to pray in front of an abortion clinic, somehow that civil rights division comes after you, goes after you. But here they can't even give you an answer, can't even give us an answer, can't give the country an answer on what's going on in this investigation. Just fix it. Just clean it up. Make sure this place is run the way it should be, in a humane way, versus what it currently is being operated as.
And of course, the Constitution isn't a negotiable item. It's like, it's constitutional rights. We have an obligation under the 8th Amendment to do this. Chairman Jim Jordan, thank you, sir.
You bet, Greta. Thank you.